for some Space Pirate Trainer. Now, like all British people, I've stolen all the tea. The year is 2082, and I've got all the tea. It's loaded up in my spaceship. Unfortunately, we didn't pay for it. As I say, we've stolen it. That's the definition of stealing. And, well, the government's going to come for us. We're confined to this little square because we live in a tiny British flat. And, you know, if you're a pirate, it makes perfect sense to be confined to a little square on a landing pad. But we'll ignore that for now because we do get amazing full three-dimensional tracking of everything. You know, can look all around us. It's all in 3D. It's all virtual reality. And we've also got these fantastic guns. Of which we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shooting modes. So it's almost like having 5 guns really rather than 1. And we also get some shields to defend ourselves with, which you grab by sticking your hand behind your back. That's where everyone keeps their shields, on their back. I don't know, but that's how it works in this game. It's probably the optimal way to play is to cower behind the shields on the floor. But let's get going. Let's put the shields back behind our backs here, and let's get going. And we'll see how well we can do if we can beat our high score. We are pretty terrible at this at the moment. Let's start with these guns. Let's get ready to rock. Here we go. So, as you play, wave after wave of drone comes at you. It's sort of like a late 80s defense sort of shooter, Space Invaders really, but in full 3D. Oh, wave 4, come on! So the guns are actually pretty accurate. Whoa! As you notice there, when I get shot at, the time slows down, so it gives you a chance to do a bit of Neo Matrix dodging. And the key thing with this is to be on target with your aim, but also to keep active with your movement so that when they do shoot, they can't actually hit you. Now we're going to do some advanced technique here. We're going to grab one shield out. There we go. Whoa! It's right in my face. They can't get me if I use my shield like that. There we go. So let's change weapon. Let's go for this single charge shot weapon here. Now you can use the aim. Oh, I missed him. You can use the aim as you would expect to use a proper gun by looking down the sight of the weapon, which is pretty cool. I would personally, though, I do feel like the actual shape. Oh, Jesus, there's lots of them. I do feel like the actual shape of the weapon, in terms of the model, is not ideal. It doesn't completely line up. Oh! Just lost 2 lives. It doesn't completely line up, intuitively speaking, of where you'd expect it to go. So easy to accidentally jump into your wall playing this. Oh, I've only got 1 life left. Oh, we got killed there. It's a bit hard to talk and play at the same time. It's quite an involving game. So yeah, as I said, when you shoot, because of the way the gun, because of the way the Steam controller is lined up, it's not the most comfortable of control in terms of for shooting. It's fine for picking up objects and interacting in VR, but for shooting, I think the Steam controller is not perfect. Hopefully, people in the future would do some kind of mod or be custom controllers that are specifically for guns. But the actual gun model in the game, in my opinion, as well, although the aiming thing is cool, like you can look down it and line it up, and it's got like one of those active red dot sights on it that allows you to sort of aim like that. But if you're trying to aim sort of intuitively, it feels as if the model's a tiny bit off, and then when you squeeze the trigger, because of the shape of controllers, they say, you get quite a lot of wobble, and it's quite hard to hold it steady. I'm sure gun fanatics would complain about the design of the handles. Of course, being British, we don't have weapons. Now, I did used to do a lot of airsoft, or not a lot, but a fair bit of airsoft, and I had a Walter P something. A Walter something, but the pistol had a really nice grip on it and made it really easy to hold. Also, those Namco arcade guns I think were easier to hold as well. But it's still pretty awesomely accurate. Now we're going to try and do some advanced techniques for the shield, because the shield, you can accidentally shoot yourself with it if you shoot the wrong side of it, but you can also use it like a dinner tray. And this is the British space pirate technique that I've been working on to defend our tea hall. Oh, come on! There we go. Super advanced techniques. This is how this is how the British pirate, the old dinner tray weapon. Oh, what is really awesome actually, getting absolutely slaughtered here. What's really awesome is when you dual wield the laser weapon. Can't remember which one it is. There we go. You can sort of like Ghostbuster combine the weapon as well. It's like doing hoovering in the future. I'm not sure what kind of hoovering I'm on about, but that's the word that came to mind. Oh, more like a leaf blowing than hoovering. But really what the game demonstrates, though the actual mechanics are quite simplistic, and arguably there's not that much depth to the overall gameplay, because obviously you are stuck in the single space. It's a very simplistic arcade shooter. What it does demonstrate is the actual three-dimensionality of shooting around you, and the 3D sound as well. Actually, the 3D sound really helps with positioning. If you're wearing headphones, you're watching this video, you get an idea. You get an idea of how the 3D sound helps you work out where stuff is. And you will find yourself you will find yourself using the using this sound a lot to play this effectively. Let's try and use the shield a bit better. I think the best way to play this is possibly cowering behind the shield. Oh, we're on way 4. Oh dear. Oh Jesus! I think if you have more space to move around, it does make the game more exciting. And actually, you do have to remind yourself to move around. Oh, we're so screwed. Because you get so used to playing shooters in 2D. Woo! Oh, so dead. Break dancing on the floor didn't work. But you get so used to playing shooters in 2D that you forget that you can move around in VR. And although the cable does sometimes get in the way, you know, at the moment that's sort of the compromise. So involving though, and actually a little bit of a workout getting up and down. There are a lot of people saying that playing hover junkers feel like they've had an hour at the gym after playing that for half an hour. So the cable is an issue, I think. If you're playing more serious competitive games online, the cable gets a little bit annoying. You kind of get used to it, but it is really involving and quite enjoyable trying to avoid stuff by jumping around like a prune on the floor. We'll just keep making names up. It's not our best score, but that I think is an introduction to Space Pirate Shooter. As I say, it's a very simple shooter, and stuff just comes out and you have to kill it and you sort of work out the wave patterns, very sort of arcade, but it's a good introduction to the 3D space. Everything's executed pretty well, it runs pretty well for me on my i7 along with the GTX 970. Just be nice if I had more space, and I think that's a problem and an issue with room scale in general, is if you don't have a lot of space, you constantly sort of feel a bit confined by the space that you do have. And we're playing sort of by a 2x2 metre slot here. It's enough to play the games, but you always want more room. So there you go. Dance around the space. That's Space Pirate Trainer. We'll probably do another video of it later when we get a little bit better at it. As I say, our top score 4,800, terrible. Join the Game of Muscle Steam group and add us if you want to compete against us, and then we'll have something to work against. We can see who can be the best space pirate tea stealer. Probably not me. Thanks for watching though. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, like, and let me know in the comments what you want to see if you want me to test anything out. And we will be back very soon indeed. Goodbye.